Why is Tim the Tatman so successful? When I first got back into gaming, back in 2019, my then girlfriend, now wife, would watch this big man with a big red beard for a couple hours at a time.
Call of Duty, Apex, Overwatch. You have a lot of video games.
I didn't understand the appeal at first. To be honest, I thought it was kind of boring.
I'm just bored. Every fight.
Even when Tim would yell at his monitor for being downed for the 100th time.
Come on! I'm right there!
I decided watching streams wasn't my thing. However, I failed to realize that I wasn't on my own computer. There's just something intriguing about watching a friendly streamer talking to people in chat. And Tim does that the best in the industry.
Test out together, like what works the best for everyone.
Timothy John Bitar.
Is this box serious?
Better online known as Tim the Tatman, is a variety Twitch streamer and internet personality. Started streaming on Twitch in 2012 and has amassed over 4 million followers. Broadcasting games such as Counter-Strike.
Insane! You see the control? Oh my gosh.
Overwatch.
Nice hit.
Yeah, not Diamond, stupid chat. I'm not Diamond. I got literally play the game chat.
Fortnite. Call of Duty.
Nice. Trash can.
WoW.
Hold the hill! Everyone to the hill! Everyone to the hill!
His variety channel attracts thousands of viewers each day.
No, dude, we're good.
So you're probably wondering, how did he get so popular? Let's take a trip back to 2014, where he put out a YouTube video titled, Tips for Upcoming Streamers.
3 or 4 months. My first 3 or 4 months of streaming, it was me, Nightbot, and probably 5 solid people that showed up every time. And that was it.
However, unlike many other household names in the industry, Tim didn't start off on other platforms like Ninja from the Pro Scene or Dr. Disrespect with his odd taste in short films.
Better watch out, I got my sniper rifle. Oh.
Tim did the impossible and grew his Twitch channel from nearly next to nothing. Although early days of Twitch aren't nearly as hard to grow as today's current landscape.
When I started, I got nothing. I didn't have any followers on Twitter. I didn't have any subs to YouTube. I didn't have any follows on Twitch. It was just 0.
Here's where things require big brain deductions. Between 2012 and 2013, there are no clips of Tim on livestream. Let's read a little deeper into what Tim did to go from 5 viewers a day to roughly 100 viewers in 2013 by looking at his earlier YouTube videos.
And it's a blast. It is. But it didn't just happen overnight. 3 months of just me hanging out with a couple random people with some pretty crappy equipment.
Nothing feels worse than coming across a streamer who doesn't already have a conversation going. Fortunately for Tim, people would stop in to chat and he would carry a conversation on for hours.
It's just him and I talking. All the other people are like AFK or something like that. So it was just him and I, and we're just shooting the breeze back and forth. He's like, hey, you know what? You're a pretty cool guy. You know, I may give you a raid sometime. I'm like, whoa, you're a streamer? I was like,
most people have a hard time generating hype or just things to talk about.
so like someone may just pop in for a split second, just see you sitting there quiet, just kind of like, and then they're like, well, this isn't very interesting, and then they leave.
Now, this is a skill that can be trained, but most people aren't born with it.
If those people come in and they're not entertained, it doesn't matter. So when I got raids, I went nuts, man. I went nuts. I started dancing, turned some music on.
He too tappy, bro! I know, dude.
Please, when I hit space, let me.
That's a skill Tim has. It's charismatic enough to where new viewers want to stick around and engage in the gameplay. Tim realized early on that if he wanted to be discovered, he had to stream smaller games such as CSGO.
There'd be someone with like 100 or 80, and then there'd be me with like a solid 50. So that's how I started to get noticed, was in Counter-Strike. And then when I swapped to Call of Duty, I had a little bit. I had dedicated Tatman Army stay with me, and then the people are like, oh, he's not playing Counter-Strike anymore, I'm out. They would leave. When
I was 11, I had a friend named Kevin, and he'd invite me over to play Halo 1. However, whenever it was his turn to play, he was always so animated about the things that he was going through in his gameplay.
Reloading. Down another target.
Oh my god!
Back in 2012, Tim realized that by posting some of his gameplay clips to YouTube, it'd make it much easier for him to become discovered. This was the turning point for Tim's career, and things rapidly grew out of control. At the time, Tim was a social worker and would stream during his time off. He would then go on and use his career-based income to invest in a computer suitable for gaming and streaming at the same time.
Will be my last day of work and my first day of work, if you will. I'm going to be leaving my job. I talked to my boss about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I told him, hey, just so you know, this is gonna happen.
Those are the early heydays of Tim's stream.
Shave it. Okay, chat. Bro, why is my bun so flaccid?
He would eventually reach up to 500 to 2,000 viewers between 2013 to 2014.
Let's focus. Let's focus on what's important.
And 2,000 to 6,000 in 2015. However, during this period, Tim stopped posting vlogs and updates to his YouTube channel the year before. The only assumption to make is that he would go on to rinse and repeat his streaming success points from 2014 into 2015. So let's start looking at the part of his career we can quantify now that we can see more history. Between August 2015 and October 2015, Tim consistently continued streaming CSGO until roughly Halloween of 2015.
I know this is gonna come as a shock to you, chat. I'm happy to announce that I have officially shaved my head.
Tim begins streaming Overwatch. However, his viewership suffered from the initial testing of the waters. The initial shock discouraged Tim from playing the game until June 1st of 2016, where he full-sended into Blizz World. From the way Tim would sprinkle in Overwatch once or twice a week prior to June, it appears that he was warming his audience up to a new game to prevent a severe drop in viewership.
And a lot of you that don't know, Overwatch kind of made me, you know? Really, Call of Duty was what I started with. Counter-Strike grew me a little bit, but Overwatch really blew me up. It's true.
Thus, the summer of 2016, Tim felt confident in switching cold turkey onto Overwatch. His prep work succeeded, and he didn't lose substantial viewership.
My God, Tim.
Yo, is that the pro Tim?
What?
Holy shit.
You like what you see? Please like and subscribe.
After plateauing for a few months, his viewership started to increase again, from 6,000 to 8,000 in November, and again in December into the 12K region of viewers.
And I'm nuts at the game, dude. Top 500 American player here. That's what I am. I'm nuts. What do you mean I'm not?
During the summer of 2017, Tim really started to flex his variety channel abilities by jumping between PUBG, WoW, Destiny, and Overwatch. But average viewership wasn't increasing due to his inconsistency prior. Maybe he just needed a break.
Fixed! This hook is fixed! Are you kidding?
And was getting burnt out playing such a balanced and positive game such as Overwatch.
Jeff was right. This community is shit, okay? I'm trying to be a positive, optimistic person.
Nonetheless, after that month, Tim went back to playing Overwatch. One could imply that he was happy with where he was at in his career and enjoyed playing games alongside his loyal fans who were there for his personality.
Can you explain to me?
That's way too fun, dude. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Wow.
This is where Tim's career begins to skyrocket.
Yo, eat this shit. Oh God, what's gonna happen?
Together.
At the end of 2017, Tim would begin to dabble into Fortnite.
Listen, bruh. All right, I'm relearning. Okay. It's all.
Tim eventually meets Ninja, and they start playing duos together.
There's Paul Bunyan chopping a tree. Do you see him?
Oh, I see him, man. How can you not? Look at
You
those
want to-
biceps.
His teammates right behind him.
However, Tim didn't foresee how playing with Ninja on Fortnite would catapult his career into the next dimension the following months.
Nice. Fuck is that?
Yes, Tim! Default skin! What the fuck? What?
talking about?
What's going on?
We're here to see you.
And come March, he was starting to dive headfirst into Fortnite.
I see other dudes are looking at me, dude. I need to pop the seal.
No, Tim.
What is that wall? Like a little Garfunkel wall? What's that for? A small gopher to hide behind?
His main squeeze Overwatch was suddenly being cheated on every other day with this new game that Tim was starting to fall in love with. Not only was Tim enjoying himself,
Where's the gameplay?
but it'd be the first time Tim would break 20k views in his career.
I can't thread the needle. Got him.
There's no way you hit him with that.
I did. I stuck him.
In May, he would hit numbers between 20 to 40k, rarely ever going under 15k on slow days.
Who hosted Tim? Is it so crazy to think that I just deserve these viewers? All right, dude? Is it so crazy that finally it's Tim's time?
So you got, how many viewers do you got?
160.
I think you got more than that. Look again.
Holy shit! I am full. Oh, dude! Thanks, Tim. Oh my god, dude, I'm at 4,000 active viewers right now. Dude, I might have to check my Streamlab donations after this. I hear him.
It was safe to say that Tim found a new niche to play towards. Tim goes on playing Fortnite throughout 2019, taking monthly breaks to play other games such as WoW, his ex-level affair Overwatch, and some lesser-known games like sports and fitness. Now, before we wrap up the video, let's quickly touch on the year 2020 for Timthetatman. He goes on to continue playing Fortnite with his buddies, and steadily growing over time. However, come March of 2020, Call of Duty releases Modern Warfare as a battle royale.
Oh, that was a good shot.
What's up, bitch?
Tim hops on the hype train and sees a marginal increase in viewership.
I think I just saw a scope.
What fucking move are you in? Tim! Oh! You can't even look at me! I saw the glimpse of your scope!
However, this doesn't last very long until another game, released by Riot, is introduced. Valorant.
I have literally never used that gun up until right then. I had no idea what I was doing. I had 1 health, dude. That was actually insane. I have a lot of hope for this game because of, you know, me loving Counter-Strike and then me also loving Overwatch, so.
Tim's viewership skyrockets up into the hundreds of thousands.
$20 from King. I remember old Tim. I remember Fortnite Tim. Here we go, bro. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, very beginning of my stream. Started to play Counter-Strike. People came in. Dude, you're not playing Call of Duty anymore? Whatever, bro. That game made you. This stream's gonna die now. Counter-Strike to Overwatch. Dude, you're not playing Counter-Strike anymore? That game made you, dude. You're not playing anymore, bro? Can't wait for this stream to die. Overwatch to Fortnite. Dude! You're not playing Overwatch anymore, dude? That game made you. I can't wait for this stream to die. Fortnite back to Call of Duty. Dude! You're not playing Fortnite anymore, dude! That game made you! And now here we are, playing some Valorant. Dude!
No matter how many times Tim hops between different games, there will always be a portion of his audience that wants him to stick to one specific game.
This guy was Hookaz. Leave me straight through.
Oh my God. I'm the best in the game!
That was nasty.
Nice.
Eat a dick, Randy.
Yeah, Randy!
However, there is one variable that remains consistent throughout Tim's entire career.
But I more so just liked having fun with my friends, running around, trying to do some fun stuff. Here's what I would say too. Right now, there's other things that interest me more and I have more fun with. Valorant is very fun for me, except when I get mad.
I got an M4 in CSGO.
And Warzone is very fun for me, except when I get aimbotted. I am manually reviewing. This guy is, look at this fucking guy.
At the time of this video, it's still unclear whether or not Call of Duty or Valorant will have a major impact upon Tim's career. However, based upon early numbers coming in, streaming these new games, it seems like Timthetatman will do just fine for the foreseeable future. Thank you for watching this video. If you found any kind of value and like to see more videos, feel free to join our channel and tell us what you'd like to see in the comments below. We also go live Monday through Saturday, 9 AM to 1 PM, Eastern Standard Time at the Daggers TV on Twitch. Cheers.
Oh my gosh, I can't unsee it, bro. Who just did that? They just literally ruined my life. Ugh. I think it's a dent, bro.